Good. All right, that's all
Oh,
good
I'm
then.
streaming on YouTube. How exciting. Can I do it on Facebook as well? Oh, I can only do it on one. Oh, that's kind of semi-helpful. But I'm going to give it a go on YouTube, see how it works.
You know this tool I told you about, OBS, last time? I think there's a way where you can actually record it and then make it stream so it's as if it's live streaming. And then you can select the time when it's doing it.
Oh, this sounds fantastic. I can't wait to talk more about this because I actually downloaded that app. And I got my iPad to really jazz things up. Right, so we're waiting for David. Where is he? Silly sausage. How are you doing today? I've literally just got off a call where I've been going through this stuff as well. So it's been a real busy morning for me. How is everyone else doing?
Good, busy.
Yes, good. Hello, Susan.
You know, we have got a really strict coach who's expecting really big things. So we got to keep it going.
Yeah, good. Keeping busy. I'm glad about that. One check in the box. David. I need to somehow make it so I thought I took away the waiting room. There he is.
Hello.
Well, one of my favourite people in the whole world.
Sorry, got there at the end.
Woo! Well done, you.
Well done, me. Yeah, thanks for sending the link.
So basically, I think what I've got is I've got it like marked in my calendar, and I've got the one link that's just like repeated each week. But I think you have to generate a new link to get on this every single week. So maybe I think I just sent you that link instead of actually sending you the real one. So I think it was my fault. But I think anyone on this call will know that technical stuff's not my thing. But you can't be brilliant at everything, so I'm okay with that.
No, we got there. Yeah, I think you just need to, I don't know what you did. I had it in my calendar, but it just said wrong one.
I should sort it out. I just need to be better. It needs to be better.
Oh, you'll get
automate it.
Oh yeah, I should. Hi, Carol. Caroline's gone on holiday. Where are you?
On a super yacht.
I love this. I'm going to take a screen. She looks like she's on a diving board of the super yacht. There's nothing else going on. Right,
I'm in the Caribbean, just saying.
Oh.
Exactly.
Bit of a big up for Caroline. She's my little tracking wizard. Absolutely love her. She's definitely the best Caroline anyone's ever met.
No, you're the best, Caroline.
Oh, stop it. You're the best, Caroline. Okay, so we've kind of been having like a little 3-minute social fest. So I'm going to get Dave on board. So what I want to do mostly on this session is talk more execution. I do a lot of messaging stuff. I do a lot of like how to understand your avatar, understand how to dig in. But today, after speaking with David last week, he needs a bit more like actual rummaging around on his site to distinguish things. So there's going to be a bit more copywriting technique and tactical today. And I actually have a little sheet which might be helpful for people. So we'll see how that goes down. So Dave, yes. I'm going to put you as speaker view so that I can see you properly. So can you tell me about what's going on with your site?
Yeah, so it's for my videography business. And primarily I have different basically this specific website is for just for weddings and parties, because I do a lot of videography, but I do films for like promotional content and businesses and things like that. But I had a website that had everything on it all as one thing. So the problem is that it wasn't targeted specifically at the sort of people. So I've split up. I'm making a website for videography just for weddings, and then a video. I'll make one for promotional content. So it's split because the problem was a bride who wants to get married and is looking for a wedding videographer should go onto my site and see that 90% of the work was to do with promotional content. She went, "Oh, are you even your specific wedding videographer?" The other way around was even worse when how can I see your website? And then the guy who's put me in touch with the business owner would say, "Oh, on your website, because it's just there's loads of wedding video content on there. That's not what we're looking for."
Right.
reels. I sent them, it was just dedicated to promotional content. They'd be like, oh yeah, you're the guy, we'll hire you. But it was like, oh, okay. Their brain just doesn't compute. They just want to
Your
sit
internet.
past, just would work better. My internet's not very good.
Yeah, okay. Damn you in Cornwall. I mean, Caroline's in the Caribbean. She's managed to sort her internet out.
I know. I can stop my video. I think that helps.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Does that help? Can you hear me?
Yes, I think it helps us on lots of levels.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, without boring you, it's just basically my wedding videography website, which the on the weddings, because I don't, as I say, I do different things. There's also parties as well, because the clientele for weddings are actually the same sort of clients that book like private parties. People who have like 60th or 21st. I've been to like a lot of like smart news and like whatever. But it's the same. It's the same sort of. It comes under the same banner, and so the website is kind of for weddings and parties. But yeah, that's why I reached out to Caroline, because I know she's good with this sort of ninja. Because I just write when I mean I find writing that's the hard part. So I've only got like 3 paragraphs on there. I only want minimal amount of information text wise, but it's like 3 paragraphs that are really important, and then the FAQs at the bottom in tabs. And then I just reached out to Caroline to ask, oh, would you mind helping me just go over the wording so it sounds professional, and isn't just like me just ramming on the keyboard, like waffling out what's going on in my head, which is handy because obviously I know what I need to say, but it was just about refining it. So when you read it, it's not repetitive. It's kind of like really to the point. And she said, yeah, just come and jump on my call. So that's where we're at.
I like how so just to give some context, I kind of steered David onto the call, and he's kind of, I think he's a bit deer in the headlights. I don't know what I'm doing here, and I was like, it's fine, it's going to be great. And yeah, I think he's
yeah, no, I'm very grateful. I just yeah, obviously if you guys yeah,
it's okay. Just you don't feel pressured. I'll do all the work, and then I'll help you afterwards. If we don't
that's why I'm here. Hand it over.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be really helpful to like cover some new ground, basically, because we were talking specifically about website content. You're also already a proficient marketer. I mean, like, spelling's atrocious, and he loves a waffle, but I just thought it would be a really valuable call for people to see me helping you with this. So I just love that. So that's why I think I'm here. That made me laugh. Okay, so I have a quick question. Before we go into this, is there a reason why you're doing like you're wearing a few different hats? Like, do you want to do event? Do you want to do all these different things, or is there one that you want to niche down into?
I like variety. I love having different strings to my bow. It means business is always coming in from different angles. Yes, if I got to a point where I was saturated one, I might slow the other down, but naturally they just take like ebbs and flows. Like, I love having, they're my talents and I'm proud of them, and like I like to push that. I do them because I started these things because I love them and they've grown, so I wouldn't want to just cull them, because if I don't, the good thing about these sort of work, if I need it to slow down, I slow it down, but then if work comes in, it's like, oh great, there's work opportunity. So I always have like
okay, so this is more of like so an enjoyment thing, and you like the variety, so it is like so you're not, it's not that you're trying to meet everyone's needs. You're not like,
no, it's more that through the skills that I've had and just pursued them, then business has come through that, and so they are all doing all these different things. I love them equally. It's not trying to, it's fulfilling
for you to do more than one thing.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, like, to try and serve everyone, we often serve no one, but obviously it will work by you having distinguishing between them and separating them. But if you end up with all this amazing copy I'm about to create for you, having like an avalanche of customers, you might have to niche down. I'm just talking myself up here, but I just wanted to figure out why you weren't niching down rather than like separating, but that's great. And so it's interesting, you said wedding videography and also parties. I think that comes down under event videography. Would that work?
Well, no,
No.
Because
Okay.
I do separate event videography, and those are for say well, an event would be someone invites me along to an event. They put on a 2-day festival. That's like a literary
Right.
festival, which I've done too. It is literally like an event. It's like they bring speakers
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
an event. Whereas this is like a private event. I would say it's like a private, a wedding or like a private party. It's like a private.
Yeah, an intimate event. Yeah, that type of thing. Private event. Okay, got you. Okay, so what you've got 2 sites at the moment.
Well,
did you say you
did one site? We're only focusing on the one. This website, and it is that's what the site's for. It is to narrow down, because before it was like also broad. It's like this is to like narrow it down into this, just targeting this one category.
Okay, so so what site are we working on today? Just talk me through this, because I've got a little bit.
So it's just David Holbrook Films.
Yeah.
And
that
David
covers
Holbrook Films is weddings and parties. So
wedding parties.
if I meet someone who wants to get married, I'd say go and check out David Holbrook Films. And this is the one I'm just creating at the moment. Whereas I'm building another one that's David Holbrook Promos. So if I meet someone who wants an event, I'll be like, check out David Holbrook Promos.
Oh yeah.
So they don't have to see the weddings, because it's just it just distracts them.
So this is David Holbrook Videography. Is that what you said? Did I just?
David Holbrook Films. And
David
then it's
Films.
Yeah, and it's like the subtitle is like weddings and parties.
Great.
I'll show you the site. It's going to be a lot more clear, but the site, I'm still building it, and it's still under construction, and I'm working with a web developer. There's a few crazy things going on there, but we're getting there.
Let's have a look at it, and then I'm going to get a nifty little copywriting sheet out.
I can share the site with you. The site, though, as I say, it's like it's live, because it's easier to be live with the guy I'm working with, who's helping me do some stuff with these animations on it. Whereas when it's like on a maintenance mode, it's more challenging. So all I mean is it's live, but it's not live. So please don't share or anything like that. Not that you would, but yeah.
Well, I mean, this is being shared.
Oh, it's fine.
You know, this is public.
Basically, well, it's fine. It's
okay.
gonna,
It's okay. So we just want to get some context.
It's okay. It's still. It's not the bigger. It's not. I'll just share the link in there. So there's a lot of.
Do you want me to share screen then? Have a little.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah, I just shared the link in there. If you want to, yeah.
Okay, this is cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Where have we gone? Oh, there we are.
I'm gonna separate this out. Oh no! Stop! Shit! 1 second.
We're in your Aweber.
I'm gonna look at that. Get off of that.
There we are.
Okay, so oh, this is cool. You don't have much about you, like you don't have very much David in here. There's you.
No, so it's just the text. So like so this bit you see is meant to be that this top section is meant to be just a paragraph about the website. But then the second one is about the wedding films, and then the third one, but it's because I do these animations.
That's cool.
So it's like wedding films with animations. So that's a lot like these little animations, and then parties.
That's fun. Look, it just said it. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So you have like these animations with, on the website, like scroll effects.
Yeah, that's really.
So when you scroll up and down, the animations like ding 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 ding.
Cool. So what do you want to achieve with this? You want to have obviously this. You want the copy to be specific.
Well, no, I've got basically, as I say, it's like the 3 sections. So that the first, it's just I've got a document with those 3 sections in.
Yeah.
It's just to go over them really, and just to make it. Well, I'll let you look at that for a second if you need to get your head.
So I'm just going to write down the sections that we've got. We've got parties, we've got wedding films with animation.
Basically, the thing is, at the top bit, I would start talking about the wedding films or the films and what they are. And then the second bit, I'd sort of like be repeating myself, but it kind of needs to be repeated, but also worded a bit more uniquely, a bit more individual.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So,
I mean, what I've written is basically, it's almost there, but it's just, I've got a document with the actual, I don't know if that's easy, because then it's all, I was going to share that with you. with the text already there, it's going to edit it, or I can just do it on my screen.
Okay, that's all right. I want to get some stuff about. So I want to like get this this script. Well, I suppose that's a script structure. I'm going to not do that for a second. What is the benefit? So what we got to do is like we've got to like build a picture of what the benefits and the values of them coming to you for these private event videos, right? So what is it that you add as a value? What's the benefit of working with you?
Yeah, this is the tricky bit. Well, it's because it's well, so, I mean, this is why it's hard, because it's kind of like, well, you know, people come to you because they like your content. They don't come to you and like the first point of contact is someone will say, oh, I like the film you did, or someone will say, oh, I need a wedding videographer. This is how all my business comes. The wedding, the guests there will go, oh, the guy that filmed yours, we loved what he did, have a look at his work. They'll see the video and then they'll go, I really like your films. The content speaks for itself. And then they'll say, and then they'll start bombarding me with questions, which is great. But that's why I have an FAQ section at the bottom now to handle all these questions.
What do you know what the top 3 questions are?
Yeah, how much does it cost? How much do you charge? That's usually the first one. But no, but as you say, it's good to. I mean, I think they like my films. I know mostly is because the energy of them, the feel of them, the vibe, like that they're always like upbeat and like uplifting films. Like the energy is like I really target in on like the fun energy and the atmosphere of the day, and I always create my films. I always bring out. My aim is to always bring out like an uplifting energy and the happiness, and I target a lot of my filming towards like the guests and everyone and getting not just the couple but the whole entire guests, and the sort of like the laughter and the fun and that side of it. And a lot of people say to me like, oh, we loved your film because you really captured like the energy and the excitement of the whole people at the event, and it really was really great for us to be able to see like how much fun everyone was having, the energy, and like that's what I bring. Like I spend the whole time like filming the event, trying to capture like those fun moments of people actually having an amazing time and catching people's reactions and putting that together with uplifting music. So the whole film, which is about 10 minutes long, is like basically wham bam, like high emotion, like fun, great energy, and it gives that high lifting emotion. Whereas a lot of other films you watch them and they're really going in for the sort of emotional, slow, kind of like cheesy vibe. Well, you know, cheesy maybe is a bit rude, but it's a different sort of energy of like romantic, slow, like the speeches are like being like the vows are being said over the top, and it's not my style. It is for a lot of people, but I'm just like, boom, let's get in there and like have some fun with it.
It's quite interesting as well because you're a lifestyle of adventure dude, so it makes sense that you wouldn't be. I know from what I know about you, yeah, you're not like big on romance.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you'd be surprised. But,
oh, okay, all right. Oh, sorry. I'm sure you are.
But it's like that sort of like energy that I bring. A lot of people. I mean, one of the compliments I get is that, oh, even if you weren't there, like you weren't at the event, you don't know the people, like they're still entertaining to watch because I edit them so that they're fun to watch. It's enjoyable. So, you know, a lot of people, like they'll say, oh, can I see your latest video? Because they're just fun. I love watching them. I mean, yeah, they're still quite classical and it's not
like rave.
No, it's not. And I have actually seen films that are even more fun than mine and much better, but I'm developing slowly. But it's like, you know, where I started out very, you know, classical, kind of like, when I say classical, I just mean it's like quite steady and like normal kind of camera work. Because it's someone's wedding, you've got to be like, you know, you've got to keep it quite traditional kind of, but then I'm always pushing it a bit more wacky, a bit more fun, so I can have more fun with it. When I film a party, I'm literally like jumping off the ceiling and throwing the camera around my head because it's like, let's create some epic like madness and it's fun. But for a wedding, it's like, oh, okay, you've got to tone it down a bit. But what I mean is I am more on that side than like traditional.
Do you want to emphasize this fun energy?
Yeah, so this is why I'm here. It's to kind of like how to portray these messages in the text. If someone reads it, they're getting what I've said to you, but in about 2 sentences. And then also, and then this, but like, but because the first paragraph is it's not, I'm trying to not specify it about just weddings, because the website is about parties as well.
So overall, so to categorize all of it, it's fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you had to come up with a blanket, because that's the issue we've got, not issue, the challenge we've got is that you've got 3 services essentially. They're all slightly different, but there has to be some kind of like, what does David Holbrook Films stand for? And it sounds like you stand for fun and energy.
Yeah.
And so it's not necessarily, but like we're not saying the energy is different depending on what you're going for. So weddings will be a different kind of fun and energy than the parties. And like, so I really liked what you said. I think it would need refining down. You said, when I'm filming at a party, I'm jumping from the ceiling and throwing a camera around my head. So it kind of gives this vibe that you're in the party, you're having fun, you're really capturing the essence of the party by being involved in the party. Whereas the weddings, what I'm hearing is like, you're capturing everyone else's fun and you're focusing on the guests' enjoyment and brilliant editing so that it's always entertaining. So it's really entertainment first. You've gone. All right, so maybe I'll just work.
Weddings,
turn your camera off again.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I always do that as well. Okay.
The weddings, nailed it on that. For a wedding, it's really critical that it's about people, because that's like what party. It's kind of like, of course, it's about the people. It's also they want to have like a really cool, fun edit, so I can, like have lots of like speeding up, funky effects, like have fun with the actual creative side of producing the film.
Social thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we've got, these people are putting on a massive party. They've got some money, they've got a big venue, and they're like, yeah, they have photographers, they have a videographer. They want a product that's seriously cool that they can like share with people, which is what they do. So like having fun with it, being creative, like doing crazy angles, and like having fun with the actual creativity of the filming, and like it is why I love it, because I can unleash that side of things. Whereas when it comes to a wedding, exactly, I want to bring in more of that, and I slowly am, and I bring my creative side with the animations, which we'll get to, but it's definitely a little bit more, you have to bring it back, because can't go too wild like that, because actually they're just like, okay, that's great, but like they want to see the people, and like the energy from the people, from the family. It's a very personal thing, like weddings, obviously.
Yeah, so then we've got, and then we look at this, like I've been a professional videographer over a decade, specialised in creating fun, uplifting films. That's great. They capture the energy of your event. I love to bring all these special moments together in an engaging way with great music and a crisp, dynamic edit. Love that. I also love to create unique, light-hearted animations with bespoke and personalised specifically for you. So there's 3 points there. I would have them in bullet points more than a paragraph, but I guess what I want to say is like, so the overall vibe that we're creating for David Holbrook Films is fun and energy. I create fun and energetic films for your wedding or party, but depending on what one we're going for depends on the focal point. Read more to find out what's best for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's it. So then just exactly.
So I'm going to write that down for you. Step 1. And so this just to sort of like give this a bit of feedback, like all you have to do is summarize. If we've got more than one product, you want to summarize that there's the similar overarching theme is fun and engagement. That's what Dave said. And then also just saying there's a difference between the products though. So depending on what one you're going for, you need to read more. Okay, so we'd start off with that. I'm going to do a little Google Doc for you, Dave. Okay, so step 1 is, okay, so David Holbrook Films, HBL, I don't know That's Bono Horror. That is it.
We're nearly there. We're basically there.
Oh, whatever. My spelling's not on point either. So I'm just going to write a bit of a breakdown of what we've got so far. So David's Hallberg, wow, films specializes in capturing the fun of the event, whether it's a wedding or a private party. The focal point of my videography is highlighting. Oh, can't even spell. Highlighting the energy and yeah, so this is just not very well written right now. David Hoggle Film specialises in capturing the fun of the event, whether it's a wedding or a private party. The focal point of my videography is what's going on. What's going on energetically in space. And yeah, I for some reason I'm struggling to word that. I'm going to make this more seen. So, what did I say before? That was really good. When I'm filming, Okay, so depending, I'm going to delete this because I'm getting brain fuzz. Okay, so what perspective are you writing this from? Are you writing this from third person? So it's like David Hoggle specialised in, or are you saying I?
Yeah, I think it's. I think I'd rather say. I mean, it's just me at the moment. You know, it's not. I haven't got a production crew. Then it would be like, oh, David Hoggle Films is the brand. But it's like it is just me. So I think I prefer not being too pretentious. I mean, oh, David. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's better. It's just like me. It's like just me at the moment. Just how I like it.
Okay, I don't want to start with when. That's terrible.
I struggle with this as well. Like, I think because I had David Hoggle Films as the high title, and then it's like I rather come from me. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Capturing the fun of the event, whether it's a wedding or a party, is what distinguishes my videography apart from others. So capturing the fun of the event, whether it's wedding or party, is what distinguishes my videography apart from others. Depending on whether you're would you say hosting a party or a wedding? Depending on what we want to say here, depending on what the event is, will depend on the level of energy that I bring. Scroll down for more information.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, try that.
Is that I've just got to reflect back to you to see if that's what you want. Capturing the fun of the event, whether it's a wedding or a party, is what distinguishes my videography apart from others. Depending on what type of event you're hosting, will depend on the level of energy and the type of fun and energy I capture. There we go. Type of energy and fun I capture. Scroll down for more details. Yeah? Does that sound good?
Well, let me just read it. Let me absorb it. Just was waiting for you to finish the line. I got to read it as a oneer.
Yeah. You can read it aloud.
Well, it's I can't think right now in my head. Just
it's very blanket statement. It's not like how in your face, but we have to summarize two different things. So we can make it like how, like, does that feel a bit flat to you? I mean, it feels kind of flat to me, but that's okay because it's the first stage. We can then go back.
It's not quite where I want to go with it.
Huh?
Capturing the fun. It's not quite where I want to go with it. Capturing the fun of the event, whether it's.
Is it a step up from where you are?
Let me just get my document out.
Yeah,
I've got it
out. Oh God, this is a challenge.
It is a challenge. Yeah, this is why.
I'm sweating. Oh.
Who is you?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm under pressure now.
I
think that.
So I'm just it is hard. This stuff takes my brain power quite a lot.
I
don't really want to specify in this stage like the different. I'm not trying to specify the difference between when on the type of energy. I don't want to say like, oh, the different types of energy, like you're sort of like splitting it already. I do want to capture the same vibe. It's not like split the audience or split like, oh, depending. I just want to be an overarching statement about using the same as in like David Holbrook Films, like.
Yeah, okay. So David Holbrook Films captures the fun of the event, whether it's a wedding or a party. This is what distinguishes my videography.
Yeah, more along the line. So it encompasses the whole package. It's not like, oh, like this one or this one. This statement, and then break it down in the relevant ones.
Okay. So capturing the fun of the event, whether it's a wedding or party, is what I make my focal point of, or something like that. So we talk about capturing the fun of the event. Is that the most important thing though, capturing the fun of the event?
No, I think what I'm trying to get in this statement, the more I think about it, it's kind of like it's you know how I was talking to you earlier about like the things I capture, like how do I express it? So how I've said it in mine, so I've been a professional videographer for over a decade and specialize in creating fun, uplifting films that capture the energy of your event. I love to bring all of your special moments together in an engaging way with great music and crisp dynamic editing. I also love to create unique, light-hearted animations with a bespoke and professional, personalized specifically for you, is what I've said.
Okay, so do me a favor. So I'm going to copy and paste that, and what I'll do instead is I'll show you how to edit that specific paragraph just to make it pop a little bit more.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. It's like where I'm going with what I've said. Like I have thought about it when I've written it. I have tried my best. So what I'm going for in that statement is kind of like it's kind of like expressing what I think my best traits are. Like I've been a professional videographer for over a decade. Okay, that sort of qualifies you. I create uplifting. I specialize in creating fun, uplifting films that capture the energy of your event. That works for both. I love to bring all of your special moments together in an engaging way with great music and a crisp, dynamic edit. I don't know if I need to say that bit, but I also love to create unique, light-hearted animations, which are bespoke and personalized specifically for you, because they are, and those are both for weddings and parties.
Right.
So it works for both, but it's just highlighting almost in that statement. Oh, what's David Holbrook all about? Why? Like, oh, okay, yeah, it's nailing both things in that statement. Yeah, that's it. And just like maybe just tweaking this, I think is where we're going to go.
Okay, so this is great. So just to sort of like give feedback, it's bloody hard figuring out what people want. And I think that's in like any situation. So like this is kind of, I guess, what I want to share with everyone is like, especially if you're working with clients, is like always just really listen to them and don't force your opinions on them. Like, so for me, I'm like trying to pigeonhole you down this way and you're like, no, it doesn't work. So I try really, really hard to go reflect, listen and try and respond to that. And now this is actually a way easier job for me than redoing all your website. So it's actually quite fun. So how would you like it if we just made this bit pop and much more? I think the best way to make it more readable and make it more engaging so that it actually reflects, because you're saying you're fun, but we want to reflect in the writing, you know?
That's exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, no, I really have to do that because I think what I've written there has come from what I want to say, but it's kind of refining that and just going over it with you and just going back and like you said, exactly that, and just kind of working on that statement would be awesome. Yeah, just to read through. So like, I've just written this like out. I don't know whether I need to say like I've been a professional videographer for over a decade.
Well, here's the thing. So this is a feature. So I just wanted to establish things for over a decade, right? That's a feature, just so like, because we all know features and benefits. Get off. feature. So I'm just gonna highlight the things that they are. Specialize in creating fun, uplifting films that capture the energy of your event. It's also a bit of a feature, but a bit closer to a benefit. So maybe I'm going to not highlight that now because that's causing me some sort of like confusion. Bring all your special moments together. So here's the thing that's hard to sort of get by, is like, we've got to make it about them. So even though you love to do that, we've got to figure out why you loving to bring all their special moments together in an engaging way with great music and a crisp dynamic edit. Why does that benefit them? What's in it for them for you to do that?
Well, bringing all of their special moments together is what people do say about my films, because I make a huge effort to actually capture like so much of the event, like not so they're like, oh my god, you actually captured like everything that was important to us. So from like the you know, go to the fine details of like decorations that they've put up in the marquee, from, you know, like the dog to like kind of like weddings. There's so much going on at weddings. It's like the bride in the morning with her bridesmaids getting ready, the dress, the way she puts it on, the shoes, the dress, then the ushers, if they're having like a lunch or they've gone somewhere, like the little things that are going on there, like they're handing out presents or something. And then it's like there's just so much going on. Then it's like in the marquee where they've got like the special wine bottles that are engraved by Uncle Ted that have been detonated, and it's like there's so many things going on, and I like make an effort like buzzing around the place capturing all of these things. It's like all these, and also of course the moments, like these special moments, like when the mum like gives this present to her son, or like there's like all these things going on, and I make a massive effort to get to make sure I'm at all these moments. So when they see the film, they literally, some of my testimonials, like, oh my god, Dave, like, this is amazing, you've like literally captured like everything from the day that was important to us, and like we can just relive it in this film, and it's just like fantastic.
So there's the benefit, is you get to relive the fun and with detail. So this is I guess what I'm picking out is like going, because what benefit is it of them? Why do they want this wedding film in the first place? What does it do? Like everyone, you know, we've got to find the real benefit and the result of capturing the fun and what you said, like all these details that you need to include. And this is probably, we got to apply this to a party and a wedding, but the benefit you just said to me is that they get to relive it.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of having a wedding film. So it's reliving, and what you're capturing is what you're saying is fun. And I guess what's an interesting thing to look at as well is if you're a bride or a groom as well, or a host, you're the person who kind of has the least fun because you're doing loads of organizing. So the benefit in the wedding film is reliving the fun that you kind of didn't get to see, especially with all your guests. So you think your guests are really important to you, and seeing that they had fun is super important to you. So you can be like reassured, like, oh, it was a great day for them as well. Like it was a really good time for them. So I guess it's going, the benefit that you're saying with your 10 years of videography experience, the fact that your focal point is capturing the fun and energy of the event, and that it's super detailed, those are three benefits, enables you to kind of relive the fun and energy of the event that you may have missed as the organizer or the person who's like right in there.
It's so important that, and it is exactly that. It's one of the, you know, it's them reliving it and capturing things that they hadn't even thought about or even seen, as they weren't part of, which is why, you know, which is why they want a video, of course, or it is nailing that down.
Okay, would you like that to be a focal point of this copy, is like going capturing capturing the moments that you get to relive, so capturing the fun that you get to relive? I
think having a small nugget towards that, to be like capturing the, you know, capturing and reliving, or being able to relive those all the moments from that.
Okay, because that's the benefit there. But we get to keep this. So a professional videographer for over a decade, you capture fun and uplifting film. You create fun, uplifting films that capture the energy of the event. This is also a feature. So this is, I am confident that this is a feature now. Bring all your special moments together in an engaging way, and great music, crisp dynamic edit. I also love creating.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. I'm just turning that light on. I can't. Yeah.
But we want to say, why is all this important? Because you get to relive the fun. I think that'd be a really nice little catchphrase, is like, relive the fun.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Do you like that?
I do like that.
Yeah.
Relive the fun. It's the fun. Yeah. No, it is true. I was just thinking, because fun, like sometimes when I'm thinking of weddings, they're pretty stale. But those are the sort of clients that I want to be moving away from, because they're not the right fit. You know, some of the weddings I go to, they are fun. They are seriously good fun. And those are the clients that I enjoy working with. So, I mean,
you want clients that want fun videography as well.
Yeah, so exactly. So I have been to some weddings that are very stale and boring, and it's damaging for me, because I'll create the film and I can't make it how I want it, because it's a complete contradiction. I'm like, oh my God, I really have to slow this right down, and I have to slow the whole thing down to meet the pace of the day, which was pretty steady, and everyone's pretty plain looking. No one's really having a lot of fun, and I'm like going, oh, this is hard work, and then I don't enjoy the edit. And to be honest, I don't normally share those kind of edits. Whereas when I have an energy from the day that is more uplifting, it complements my style and it all works well and blah, 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 blah. So naturally those clients do come to me. But so yeah, to have the copy that actually enforces that, again, enforces the clients that will come to me. If they're like, oh, well, we're actually quite steady Eddies, we probably just go for Mr. Steady Eddie. Whereas if they're like, this is pushing more towards like those clients. So yeah, to be honest, I'd like to more actually thinking about it. It's quite powerful, because the copy can persuade someone whether I'm right fit for them as well, which is good.
I've just sort of read, just wanted to like quickly go through the comments, because I haven't actually checked. Looks like Caroline's checking in from somewhere exotic. Oh, right, the other Caroline. One thing he said was, because I spelt your name wrong, he gave me the history. The history of the Holborough family name goes back to ancient Anglo-Saxon culture of Britain. John Thwaites knows everything.
Oh yeah, it's actually a New Zealand name. Sorry to
Holbrook.
New Zealand.
Now, Jude said, if I wanted to hire a wedding videographer, I would like for someone to relate to me what David pointed out, how much work is in the wedding and how that is captured on film. Hiring someone who's a specialist and not a generalist gives me that warm feeling in the hire. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Okay, so then this is really important to you, that we want to capture what you said was, if the copy reinforces the element that you bring the fun, and it's not really for steady Eddies.
Yeah, and because that's fine if people want to be steady Eddies, and that's cool, but I don't get along with those clientele as well as the ones that are fun and engaging. And the memories thing is good actually. It's the memories as well. Relive the memories. It's the fun, but it's like the memories of it, isn't it?
The problem with the memories is it doesn't distinguish the steady Eddies from the you know. So I think relive the fun. So it could be relive the fun memories, but I think relive the fun is like quite catchy. But anyway, so like we haven't got a huge amount of time, so we want to just like, even if we can't get it perfect, let's whiz through this. So relive the fun memories. So how I would shorten this is like, I would do things like, so like you just shorten the words. As a professional, I wouldn't even say as a videographer, for like in my decade of videography, right? That's way fast away. In my decade of videography, I've specialized. I've focused on, there we go. I've focused on creating fun. I wouldn't use this. So this is called tautology, when you say the same thing twice. Fun and uplifting, even though they're slightly different, they're still the same thing, in creating fun films that capture the energy. And I would distinguish the kind of energy. Let's say the high energy of the guests. Is it you're capturing the energy of the guests or the whole event? Because that could distinguish it even more. In my decade of videography, I've focused on creating fun films that capture the high energy of. Do you want to just keep it as your event?
Well, event, yeah. I mean,
that's fine. It's great. It still works.
I usually going off the vibe, because you can have fun people at an event that's really boring, and if there's an event that the general vibe is slow and mundane, then the event is slow and mundane. Whereas you can have you've got the vibe of the entire event from first minute to the end of it. It was like a fun, high energy day. So it's more about the actual event, really, in my opinion.
What about your day?
Yeah, days probably better. Like, yeah, I mean,
But then parties are at night, right?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to stick with event. It might. So this is something I also want to point out. It's like I get, huh?
Can always change it later.
Yeah. We want to like whiz through in a way. I get really granular, like really granular, because everything changes the meaning of everything. So that's why I'm like very particular about what goes where. And sometimes it could be really hard where I'm digging as well, like trying to like put words to paper. So in my decade of videography, I focused on creating fun films that capture the high energy of your event. Special moments give an engaging way. So what is this engaging way, by the way? How can you describe this?
So that's more talking about just the
oh, turn your camera off for me, Dave.
Turn my video off.
Yeah, for a second.
That is just more I just mean that the film's engaging because it keeps your attention. It's not like drawn out. The length of the film, the editing technique is just kind of like more engaging, using like, you know, fun angles, and like I was going to before, just trying to have more fun with it. It's just, rather than like very steady panning left to right, it's an engaging edit. It keeps your attention through just, you know, videography skills and editing skills. It just keep, you know, it's entertaining to watch as well, rather than just like, oh, this is a boring film.
The final watch. Fun to re-experience. Is re-experience a word? No. Fun to experience as well. So using engaging editing and shooting styles, I capture interesting and unique parts of the event, which also make the final watch fun to experience as well.
Sorry, I was just saying that. I was just reading something.
Sorry, am I boring you, Dave?
No, I was reading the comments. I was curious to understand what Gary meant by saying he wasn't sure what David has not figured out what business he is in. Is he historical activist or a memory preserver? I'm just curious to know what that means.
Historic. Oh, I don't know. Try not to get too. We'll go through the comments later. I need you focused.
Sorry,
using engaging editing and shooting styles, I capture interesting or unique parts of the event, which also make the final watch fun for everyone to experience as well. So, yeah, no.
I'm just thinking. Takes me time.
Okay. So I suppose the engaging and editing and shooting styles mean that you capture interesting parts of the event that's not cliche and boring, but it also means that when they watch it back, it's a fun watch.
Yeah, no, I like where you're going with it. It is.
The words are a bit flappy. What did you put? We can take a. So I'm going to go back to what you said. I love to bring all your special moments together in an engaging way with great music and a crisp, dynamic edit. Is that I want to know why that's special? Bringing special moments together in an engaging way with great music and a crisp, dynamic edit. That is useful. So, editing, shooting, and music makes up the. I need you to talk. Has David gone? We lost him. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh, there he is. Have you gone, David?
It's just.
So how's everyone else getting on? Okay, I'm just gonna using engaging editing and shooting styles, I capture unique parts of the event. what did he say? He said he captures special moments. That's what I'm going to say. Captures special moments. That's better.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
In my decade of videography, I focused on creating fun films that capture the high energy of your event. Using engaging editing and shooting styles, I capture special memories in a way that's fun to watch back as well. Oh, I'm going to say it anyway because he's gone.
No, can you not hear me, Caroline?
I can hear you now.
My internet's been useless. Sorry.
I might get you to call me on WhatsApp.
Call you on.
Yeah,
WhatsApp.
just on loudspeaker. Using engaging editing and shooting styles to capture special memories which make the final watch fun, as well as which means you get to relive the fun. I guess that's another thing as well.
Well, we can come back to this. What would be handy is to maybe try, because it is good to bounce, because the one I struggle with, if you go down to the animations.
Yeah. Oh God, we can't jump ship. We'll have to, if we jump ship, it's just not going to have any congruence. But if we don't finish this today, what I will do is we'll just work together on this separately anyway, and we'll share the final bit in, because I guess the purpose of this call is just to show everyone how I sort of dig in and how I change words just to reflect, like trying to figure out what the right words to say are. It's more about understanding this process of delving in, rather than it's like I can't always create a perfect end result, but just showing everyone like this is how I do it. So if we don't get this done, it's fine. Of course I've got to, we're best mates, so I'm obviously going to help you with this further, but just
I understand totally.
Yeah. So I just want to try and, so just to keep this congruent to this call, I just want to try and get this down as well as possible. So what I'm going to do is go, if you can just like, I'm going to post this again just to sort of like get this out of the way, because it can sometimes make your brain messy. So undo the format. Clear formatting. Okay, so the point of this paragraph is to demonstrate that you're an experienced videographer, that you capture the fun and energy of an event, and that you edit it in a way that's unique and interesting, so it's fun to watch. Is that what you're trying to say in this paragraph?
Say that again, Caroline. Sorry, I couldn't hear you half of it.
Okay.
Maybe just say what you said again quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure you can hear. So like, I think the most important thing about copywriting and like content is like, so we're summarizing what we're saying and then like saying it back quicker. So what I understand is that you're saying this paragraph for you're trying to express that you're an experienced videographer who focuses on capturing the fun at events, and your experience in editing and shooting means that the final delivery of the film is fun to watch as well as capturing the energy for the host or hostess or hosts to relive all the fun and the memories of the event.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Okay, so that's what you're trying to capture in this particular paragraph. So I'm going to write that down in a way that I can. That's sort of engaging to some point. And I think honestly, this is kind of step one with copywriting, which I think people get like bogged behind, is just summarizing what you're trying to say, because you use such simpler words, you get to the point much more focused. So as I'm an experienced, with over a decade of experience in videography, I focus on capturing the fun at your event. What else did we say? You focus on capturing the fun at the event and capturing the fun at your event, fun of your event and your guests. Let's say that because that was important to you. The fun of your event and of your guests. My editing and shooting styles and techniques mean that that in the final product, the final watch is really engaging too, that the final watch is really engaging. The final film is really engaging to watch, as well. It's actually, we want to say fun to watch, as well as reliving the memories. With over a decade of experience in videography, I focus on capturing the fun of your event and of your guests. My editing and shooting styles and techniques mean that the final film is really fun to watch, as well as, what was it that I said? As well as fun to watch to help you relive the memories of your event. I feel like we've done that.
Yeah, it's tricky. I do think it's really helpful. I know I've just been reading the comments, or the ones that I've got, but it's really helpful because people have really good. It's really handy, because this is exactly why I reach out to other people, because it helps with the language. But it is like someone mentioned, the atmosphere. It's like, that is such a massive word that hasn't been mentioned once, but like the atmosphere.
That's a good word.
It's such a good word, and it's kind of like it captures the memories and atmospheres of the atmosphere of what's going on. It's like that, because it's like the word fun is like a very specific. It's not just the fun that I am capturing. Going back to, like, weddings are emotional days. Like, I pump the emotion, like with music, not like just happy like music, but like getting those emotional moments of like the atmosphere. And the atmosphere can still be fun, but like a sort of, I don't know, romantic vibe, like this. It's a challenging one. I think, without having watched like some of the films.
It's okay, because I'm just going with what you've written. What all I was trying to do with this paragraph on your website is reword it so that it's kind of, it speaks about features and benefits. So we've got, like, your decade of experience isn't relevant unless so the final product is helping them relive the fun. Or that's what we said, like helping them relive the fun. How do you help them relive the fun? You've got a decade of videography experience, which means that you can focus on capturing the fun atmosphere of the event and of the guests, and your editing and shooting styles and techniques mean that the final edit is really fun to watch, and which allows them to relive the fun. So, like, I mean, I might have got this completely wrong, but it was more, I just wanted to I wanted to pick out the features that we had here and then summarize them in a way that's more connecting, because it's talking about the benefits. But it doesn't matter. Like, sometimes we've obviously not got very far with this and you're getting distracted in the comments. But what I'm going to do is I am going to leave that there. We'll just like carry on working on this afterwards, and I will get back with other people. Like, we'll do like another video of this where it something. I'll show everyone what the final sort of version is once we've done some more work on this, but obviously we've only got like a minute or so left, so I'll go through the comments quickly. Where are we at? Do you want to go through the comments, David, because I don't even know where you're at? Sharing the energy of the event, so people weren't there the day feel like they were there. That's really cool. These are some really good, like, I actually really like this little contribution thing. David is not
wisdom and people's opinions. I think it's really, really, getting. I mean, I've lost half of them because when my camera died.
Oh God, copywriting isn't easy. Caroline makes it easy. I don't think today was a good example of that. What I really like, so for me, I just really like this relive the fun and I really like the relive the fun as a sort of tagline.
Yeah, I like that. It is good.
I mean, out of everything, at least we've got a tagline. But what your website copy then needs to do is explain how you help them relive the fun. Like, that's all. So that would be your focal point, and you can't really deviate from that. So you could say, I've got 10 years of experience as a videographer. So why is that important for helping them relive the fun? Then you go, oh, my editing and shooting styles are really unique. Why is that helpful for them to relive the fun? So it gives you this like anchor to move back to all the time.
Yeah,
and then that's how I would do it. I personally, I think this is one of the things I've struggled with this is I have my own like sort of structure. So I was trying to be really flexible today, and I think I like sort of failed miserably at it.
I think this is good. You've done well.
I've enjoyed it.
It's great to get different perspectives. I like what you're saying about having an anchor point and then coming back to it. It's yeah, it's like it's nailing down your unique selling point, whatever it is, but just why are you different and unique, and then bringing it back to that. I think it's just challenging because I'm trying to nail.
So how I would do this, I'm going to do like a quick little demonstration of how I would sort of do this, because I would normally, oh, I nearly ended the call. Don't do that. I would normally do a whole structure. So I'll show you my structure. Actually, Jude and Carleen helped. They kind of, I've ripped off their structure because I've been sending it to them, but then they put it in a table for me. I was like, this is fabulous. So I would do it. I would do the structure, right? This is how I sort of like, how I structure everything in advance, which kind of means that we don't trip over ourselves so much. That's what I find. And so I sort of was like, okay, we're just going to do the website today, so we don't necessarily need to do that, but I think it's really important. So this might totally go against everything anyway, but this is how I would sort of do it. Well, the problem, we've got to identify what the problem they're experiencing as someone hosting a party. And so we're obviously going to go on later, by the way, guys, just to let you know, just so I can get this done. If they're experiencing, I suppose, the problem that they're experiencing with finding a videographer, for them, is finding someone who will capture the fun. What are the things that normal videographers are doing? Are they just capturing moments? Like, what makes you more buyable because you're fun? Is it that they're looking for you specifically because you're fun?
Well, it's always just to do with what people resonate with.
Yeah.
So the ones that I would say that would be resonating with me are, yes, looking for a film that actually does capture and portrays the day with that more high energy and fun vibe.
Yeah, okay. And do other videographers not provide that?
Some do, some don't. But so, some that don't, they'd be more romantic, slow paced, soppier music, going in for that really kind of romantic vibe. Whereas I cut that, I'll have elements of it, little elements, when it's appropriate. But the main thing is that it portrays the day from a front side. So yeah, so if me and another videographer from the other side, say one from polar opposites, who go to the exact same event, a videographer whose style is to bring out the romantic, slower, sort of soppier music, will turn that event into that. So, they can say, oh, if someone likes, oh, we're gonna have a really fun day, but they're a more emotional couple. Not emotional, we're all emotional, but what I mean is I'm bringing out that from that day, I'm bringing out the side of it and portraying it as like, oh, we had an amazing, like a really fun day. Everyone was in good moods. The spirits were high, and like bringing that fun to it. Whereas some guy with a different style could go to the exact same event, and even if it was a high energy fun day, it would still portray it in a slower, more romantic, soppier way.
And are the people that you're working with specifically looking to work with someone who will capture the fun? They want high energy. Yeah. Okay. So I guess the problem that we're solving is saying like, this is, we are actually, I'm going to capture the fun for you. You're looking for a videographer, but you want one that will highlight the energy and the fun of the event, even the parts that you won't see.
Yeah. Or the atmosphere. I like that word, but bringing out the higher end, the higher vibe, it's the higher atmosphere side of it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose the solution would be to I guess that this is more advertising. So the looking for a videographer that will actually capture the fun and atmosphere.
Well,
so what they want is they don't want a stale or overly romantic / overly romantic film for their wedding / party. But I suppose they wouldn't be worried about romantics. But the idea is like stale or like slow.
Well, no, you're right. That's the brief. Yeah, exactly. So they don't want a sort of stale, overly romantic, sort of slow. They want more uplifting, higher energy. Oh, I'll clear my videos.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not easy.
Higher energy.
Don't want a stale, overly romantic, or low energy for their energy film for their wedding or party. The solution is to find a videographer that captures the energetic atmosphere to find a videographer that captures the energetic atmosphere of their day / event, so they can relive the fun, even of the bits they weren't there for.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you'd have like a call to action, which would be a free quote, or what would it be as an option that they would like? What would be a call to action? Because I think all websites, right, this is my thing, I don't actually do content without calls to action. I don't really, there is a difference between copy and content, but I think it's all got to have a call to action, because, you know, everything compels you towards something. So if you at least give them the option to click, then you can get them to do it. So I guess the call to action would be to book a free quote. What would you offer, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, it can, of course, like get it. Yeah, I want them to send me an email, or like use the booking form at the bottom, send it to take action in terms of at least, you know, make an inquiry.
So what would they find out if they make an inquiry?
Well, essentially, like the whole point of the website, we haven't got there yet, and it's definitely another time. But it's all the FAQs at the bottom are basically going to cover 90% of the questions that they normally ask me. You know, how much they cost, like, oh, what music do you use, or are you available? It's normally, are you available, and what do you charge? Because that's the first people.
Okay, so get your free quote and availability.
Maybe it's main availability, because if they've read all of the FAQs, it will cover like all those questions, but the availability is not on there because I don't know what the date is, but it's basically, yeah, if they want to know if it's kind of like, are you free? Or, you know, ideally it's like, oh yeah, I want to book this guy, like, are you free? You know, find out if I'm available. You know, that's the gold nugget, isn't it? If they're just coming straight through ready to rock and roll, like, oh yeah, we want to book you, are you available? You know,
so this
the whole point of having the website set up is to cover all of those mundane questions.
Yeah, so they don't want to stale or overly romantic, low energy film for their wedding or party, so they need to find a videographer that captures the energetic atmosphere of their day and event, so they can relive the fun, even of the bits they weren't there for. Find out if I'm available, if Dave's available for your event by clicking this link. So then you'll have a button that says check my availability. And then we'd go like, so this is kind of how I structure a website anyway, even though you've got like multiple products. So that's what the challenge was. But then I would I would go further down and have this, like I always try and like follow this structure. I find all the good sites that I go to usually follow this structure to a certain way, but we're just going to do this for the sake of this anyway, because it's good to have this as a reference piece. So the implications of their problem. So they don't want to stale. Huh?
It wasn't me.
Okay. They don't want to stale or overly romantic or low energy film for their wedding or party. What are the implications of finding a videographer? Like, what are the implications of the problem they might end up dealing with?
They'll be very disappointed, and they can never relive it. And it happens, you know, if they're upset with what the film that they've had, they'll be disappointed because it's the one day that's so special to them that they can never relive again. I mean, they might get married again, but they're not going to live that day ever again. It's a once in a lifetime chance so if they're not happy with the film, they'll be disappointed because it won't portray the memory as they wanted it, or as they remember. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that's really important. So yeah. If the film isn't created properly, then you could feel very disappointed that you'll never be, that you won't be able to relive this special day. You won't be able to relive this special day in well, I suppose in all its glory. But that's
is really
cliche.
No, but I know, but the wording of it can change. This is just to like highlight the points, isn't it? That's really good. I think what I've taken from that, which is really important, is obviously like when it comes to wedding videos, like pricing is always challenging because there's always, like in all industries, but we struggle with it. Obviously, people will just undercut you and just charge like, you know, absolute pittance because they're obviously, like we all do when we start out, they'll just be like, oh, I'll just do it for half the price. But your wedding videos, I'm obviously always trying to get into a higher niche, because what I'm trying to say is,
if you scrimp on
there are people out there that
you might have a crap film and you only have this once in a lifetime
opportunity. Yeah, it's about justifying why you want to go to, why you value like high price, is because it's, you know, there's a film done for, you know, half the price or whatever, but that person, you know, that might spoil this one chance you've had. So it's kind of leveraging the fact that you want to make sure you get it right, or get someone that's going to get it right and really nail it down for you, because spending a bit more now, you're never going to regret that.
That's another really interesting tagline, just to say, like another interesting tagline is like, you really want to get this right.
Yeah, well, exactly, because it is frustrating, because I mean, I know from speaking to photographers and everything, it's a bit of a sales pitch. She says, you know, if you want high clients, you've got to get on the phone to them and speak to them, and like literally say, he's like, some photographers and whatever do, you know, they do training in this, how to like literally persuade that person or whatever it is, that you're spending money on me because I'm going to like make your day magical and capture like everything for you. And, you know, you really want to, that's how like, high ticket, you know, but I'm not saying I do speak, of course I speak to them on the phone and everything, but it's about, you know, they will come to you like, oh, why do I have to spend this? You know, it's so expensive. I get like half the price. It's that, you know, selling yourself, but that's really the point. It's that, well, you pay a higher price to get a better product. I mean, that's the same for everything, but that's basically what it is. But trying to push that across in the wording is really important. It's basically, look, this is, you know, there are a lot of junkies out there, a lot of, you know, whatever you want to call them. Cowboys is what I meant, you know, they will of course come in at a lower price. But that's exactly what I did when I started. I charged nothing. I was like, don't worry about it. What do you want to pay? Let's do it. Boom. And that's how I got out there.
All right, David, I need to focus for me for 1 minute. Okay. So this is just something I wrote, just like I whip that up, because this is emphasizing the importance that like, this is, you only have one day. This is this one day, one videographer, one shot, and you get to keep this forever. So we don't necessarily need to talk about the price, but we're emphasizing why, you know, quality is the really important thing here. So this is kind of what I've got as just like a little tagline to start with, that we could play with the words, but as the what we're looking for in this example is just like, is that the right vibe? It's like, you really want to get this right. David Holbrook Films, relive the fun. Find out my availability now.
Yeah, I think it's, exactly. And I think the word, like, what I love the process that you're going through here. It's really helped me think about things. The wording, like, I think can always be tweaked and keep thinking about it, but the points you're bringing out, like this structure, is really helpful, because it's made me think about the problem solution. I mean, the wording, I'm still not, I still think
that's fine, because I can't actually, it takes me quite a long time to actually write a really good copy. I was on the call with Jay for 3 hours last week, where we got nearly really good, but it takes me a very long process to go through this. I think I've learned I actually can't go the quick route. I thought I could just go in and just edit the copy, but I can't. I have to always go dig into the messaging, pull out all the meanings, kind of go through my structure, which I do, but I don't normally put it in a table, and then the actual value comes out. So shame on me for trying to speed up the process. But yeah, so I just think it's just so important to get the messaging right. So important. Okay, so I think everyone's kind of got the gist of this now. Like, this is kind of what I wanted to do. So what this does is, when we now speaking to David a bit more, what it's done is it's actually kind of revealed a bigger problem, which is, if you don't get this right, there is no, this is a one shot thing. So the problem really is, if you don't find the right videographer for what you want, then you'll you'll always regret it, and you'll never be able to relive the important memories of your special day. So it's essentially the messaging we're going with is get it right. And then we don't even need to talk about cost, but we're just telling them, like, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, it's worth the expense because you only do it once. It's a one-off thing that you do. If you do it right, then it's great. If you do it wrong, then it's really, really significant consequence. And so what distinguishes Dave, if you want to get it right and you want it fun, then Dave is the person to go with. That's the kind of thing we want to go for.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, does that sound right for you, Dave?
Yeah, I like where, yeah, exactly. That's really important, those points. God,
I thought this was going to be a real failure at first. I was like, God, this is such a hairy goal. I don't think I'm going to pull it round on this time, but
no, it's just, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, jumping in with that cold straight into that's quite hard on nailing the things, but I think that exercise we're doing now is actually a lot more valuable than, it's really valuable.
Oh, good. I've learned my own lesson. I'm not gonna try and get around it without the exercise from now on. It's just what's going to happen. I always find that it might be boring for people, but it's really useful.
Well, no, it's really good because then going through that exercise has made me really consider what needs to be said in that first paragraph.
Yeah.
Like highlights. Oh, okay, actually, that is really important. Just get that message subliminally in the up higher, rather than not having to mention cost, but just the sort of like
consequence of scripting.
So it's to like write down like those things and then come up with like how you're going to word it. It's really good.
Has anyone got any comments or questions? Is that structure public? Yes, I will. I love that. Oh my God, Caroline, that's genius. You only get one shot.
Yeah, that is good actually.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, you see, comments are really, really good. You've got all these wizards out there putting in some awesome feedback.
Get one shot. That is so good.
Yeah, that's very good.
I love that. Well done, Caroline. It must be
Caroline in the Caribbean, you just like in the flow. She's probably got a pina colada and like.
Yeah, Caroline's just chilling with that coconut. What's that? I can't see because it's blending into your green screen. That's really funny. Okay, so then Hannah said the experience is most likely enable him to capture moments in a good way and a high quality, has learned what works, and his personal competence as a creative filmmaker enables him to put together a film that reflects the atmosphere and all the special moments throughout the event. That's great. Yeah, okay, I'll expect your invoice for this doc. Although I don't remember it was copyrighted, Jude. Your people can talk to my people, my lawyers will talk to your lawyers. Gary Jenkins, and emotions not mentioned in the writing yet is what is being recalled. I'm not sure what that's referring to because this was ages ago, 18 minutes. Yeah, I love all this. This is so cool. I want to actually copy and paste all these quotes because I think this is like, I don't even know if I can. No.
I think you can print out the chat or something. Or
I'm gonna copy and paste all these quotes. Oh, Jude's lolling. All right. So has anyone got any final sort of like comments to make on this? I'm going to post all these comments into this document. I'm going to make this publicly available. So I'm going to repost this video up tomorrow, the recording of this tomorrow, so that and on this post of the recording I'll put the document up as well. So any final comments? Who's this? I love Susan Lang's skirting board. I think that's really is that, oh, there we go. It's the ceiling. There we go. So always running over. I need to be a bit more time efficient, but thanks guys. I think I'm going to leave it there unless hands up. Anyone want to say anything?
No, thanks, Caroline. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate your time and your.
I'll see you all next Monday. Bye guys.